still running free in the Bear secondary. Inside the 15, the 10, the 5, and it'll be first and goal at the 3. Turning on the afterburners, crosses the 40, 45, 50, on to the Panthers side of the field. Picked off right there by number 10, and that's Wells. A free run to the end zone, touchdown hit.
Friday Night Under the Lights is sponsored by A.J. Doman, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. Here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Cardiovascular Institute of the South, 1231 David Drive in Morgan City. Commitment to quality cardiovascular care through unparalleled expertise. Taco Bell. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants, and delivery now available with DoorDash. Taco Bell invites you to live Moss. Guaranteed Title. Tell your home lender you want guaranteed title for your closing. When making the biggest purchase of your life, experience matters. Shaw Bills, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary and surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Sheriff Blaze Smith, committed to maintaining excellence in law enforcement through courtesy, professionalism, honor, and respect. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry since 1948. Conrad wishes all our area teams good luck this season. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Visit one of our locations in Bayou Vista, Morgan City, and Amelia today. Stansbury and Associates, marine surveyors and consultants, offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing vessels. Pelican Companies of America, your one-stop spot for all your rental needs. 985-312-5509. Vita Paint and Supply, specializing in interior and exterior house paint with great customer service. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tiger Stadium, the second of back-to-back this week. We have the Morgan City Tigers taking on the Vanderbilt Terriers. As always, joining them in the booth is Lane Laree. Both teams come in with different intentions. Morgan City got senior night trying to spring the upset in their final game, and Vanderbilt trying to sweeten the pot as far as a playoff seed.
Yeah, Vanderbilt's coming in trying to, have something at stake as far as playoff implications for them tonight, coming off of a win against South Lafourche last week, 38-20. Meanwhile, Morgan City has been struggling as of late to get a win. They played South Terrebonne last week, and this is one of those things where they might not be looking at the playoffs, but it's something to build on for next season. And if they can pick off a team like Vanderbilt and get something started for their next year, that's what they'd like to see happen.
As always, Aaron Artigo joining us down on the sideline. Aaron, it's a numbers game. You look on Vanderbilt's sideline, got 80 guys dressed out. Morgan City sideline, you got about 45. That plays a difference in the game.
It absolutely does, Boo, and it's a big night down here, like you mentioned, for both teams. It's the final regular season night, senior night for the Morgan City Tigers. A lot of guys will be playing their very last ever full-contact football game. So big night here, perfect night for the weather. Cool, crisp, light breeze blowing across the screen from your right to your left. So perfect night for high school football.
Coach Tommy Minton making his trip back to Morgan City, longtime Central Catholic coach before that at Patterson High School. He's getting a taste of the visitors' locker room and the visitor side of the field here at Tiger Stadium. I know he's not used to that. He has won the toss, elected to receive. Short kick on the sideline. Picked up, moved up the field, has daylight. That's Lappery. He crosses the 50, has a host of Tigers on him, brings him down, but not until he's all the way down to the Tiger 38. And that's a good start and field position for the Vanderbilt Terriers.
That ball nearly went out of bounds, just a couple of yards. He was able to pick that up before it went out of bounds and make good yardage to start off with great field position.
Yeah, the intention of the pooch kick is so they don't get a big return. And that time Vanderbilt just picked it up and ran with it. Archillo will do the quarterback and the senior, 5'10", 161 for Vanderbilt. They'll run a spread formation, 2 receivers to each side, and Coleman is lined up as your lone back. So the Tigers, they have a chance tonight. They'll have to lean on their defense, keep the game close, and it starts right here on this first possession. Five receivers set. They leave Archillo by himself in the backfield. Here comes the Tigers' 4-man rush. Pass to the outside and well covered. Good pursuit by the Tiger defense.
Jamonte,
for a short gain.
That's number 3, Jamonte, on a stop, come up and played that well. Good job by him. Short gain on the play, about 3 yards. So
everybody uptight for the Tigers. Vanderbilt will send Golick in motion far side. They're just resetting the deck. Pull everybody in tight. Coleman remains your lone back. He'll get the sweep here. Tigers get him to turn in, get some help, and another short gain for Vanderbilt. So far, so good for this Tiger defense.
Jamonte again on, helping out with that stop. Not breaking his containment. Got up the field and able to make that play and turn it back to the inside and let the pursuit for the Tigers catch up to him. Good job.
Alexander Castell, the junior, split to the near side to screen. A 3-receiver set, a good hard count. That'll draw some green jerseys across. It looks like an offsides on the Tigers, and that'll be a free 5 yards for Vanderbilt. And more importantly, it'll give them a first down without running the play. First down and 10, Vanderbilt just underway here from Tiger Stadium. Senior night for the Tigers in their final game of the year. A little misdirection to Coleman. Coleman sticks it up in the middle of the line for a gain of 5. Will bring up 2nd and 5. Crowd continues to roll in. Nice chilly night. Great weather for high school football. Chilla barks out the signal, sweep near side. Lappery again, he's hit hard and brought down.
That's Hilton on a stop for the Tigers. And also Jamonte's doing a really good job. He's back and forth. He plays on the right side and on the left side. He's doing a very, very good job coming up the field and making those plays turn inside.
See if the Tigers can hold their water here on the hard count. 3rd down and 6 for Vanderbilt. Chilla looks to the sideline, gets the play. Back to pass, and the slot has an open receiver, makes the catch. That's Diego Archilla. He'll have a first down, a nice safe pitch and catch. Call that Archilla to Archilla.
Right. I mean, the quarterback had some options right there. He could either throw it to the swing pass or throw it to the little hitch right there, the little hook, if you want to call it that.
Their first trip inside the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone. Lappery takes it to the outside, turns it back inside, stumbles and goes down. He'll gain about 5 on the play, bring up 2nd down. So look at what Vanderbilt's doing right now. They're trying to stretch that Tiger defense. Not only they think that's where they can have success, but when you don't have the numbers, you don't have the backups, you kind of wear them down as much as you can in the early going. Second down, Vanderbilt can get a first down. They'll hand off to Coleman right up the middle. Host the Tigers stand him up, can't get him down. Forward progress stopped a couple yards shy of first down yardage.
Tigers brought in that time their goal line defense, walked one of their middle linebackers up and put him down in the stance as a nose guard and was able to make that stop short of the first down.
Third down and 1. Direct snap. Little wildcat. Gawley goes in untouched. Vanderbilt scores first. They lead 6-0. So a little methodical drive right down the field. Finishes up with an untouched runner.
Yeah, I think they caught Morgan City a little off guard there, Morgan City thinking something's coming up the middle right, and they went off tackle to the right and had a big hole on the right side, and he walks in untouched.
Purvis in for the PAT. Hold is good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:34 to go here in the first quarter. A 9-play, 40-yard drive. Benefited from a short field, and Vanderbilt leads 7-0. You're watching the A.J. Doman Automotive Family High School Game of the Week.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Doman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, Taco Bell, Guaranteed Title, Shaw Bills, Sheriff Blaze Smith, GJCurbside.com, Coastline Wealth Group, Conrad Shipyard, McDonald's, Stansbury and Associates, Pelican Companies of America, Allen's Communications.
Somebody's flipping back.
And welcome back to Taggart Stadium. Vanderbilt off to a good start, opening drive. They go 40 yards, they lead 7-0. And we'll get our first look at the Tiger offense after this return. He'll let it bounce inside the 5, decides he has to pick it up and run. That's Linston. And now the Tigers are backed up all the way inside the 10-yard line.
First down, get him up.
Not where you want to start off your first drive of the game, but we'll see how it goes for the Tigers right here.
Yeah, you look at the Tigers starting offense on your screen right here. In college, you can call that fair catch it, get the ball at the 25. In high school, if it doesn't get in the end zone, you better grab it and run. And that time, that little bit of delay got the Tigers backed up. So in order for the Tigers to be competitive today, this offense is going to have to produce.
Yeah, they're going to. The best thing that can happen for Morgan City right now is they establish a running game tonight and try to get that 3 and 4 yards of carry type thing going.
Thomas Mancuso at the quarterback spot for the Tigers. First play right up the middle, runs into a host of Terriers and may have lost 2 on the play.
Initial tackler right now is Fairchild, number 53 for Vanderbilt.
Second down and 13 for the Tigers, their first possession of the ball game. 6:53 to go in the first quarter. Mancuso barks out the signals. 2 receivers top the screen, 2 to the bottom. They'll send Gray in motion. They'll give him the ball, and a flag flies before the snap. Offsides on Vanderbilt, that'll give a cheap 5, but I think the way that play was shaping up, they would rather have let that play continue.
Right. I mean, it looked like he was going to be well open. He looked like he was going to pick up 2 good blocks by his wide receivers over on the left side. But hey, anytime your back's against the wall inside your 10-yard line and you get a free 5 yards, we'll take it.
Second down and 8. They'll have Gray, your lone running back, directly behind the quarterback. He'll get the carry here, trying to find an outside lane. Nothing there. Good job by big number 53 of Vanderbilt.
Yeah,
or turning it inside, and that's Fairchild.
Yeah, Fairchild again slow plays that. Make sure he keeps that outside containment and turns it back to the inside. Good play by him to keep from Morgan City from getting that edge.
3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. Senior night here for Morgan City. Got their parents on the field. Got their wearing their jerseys. Handing them some balloons. There's a lot to play for tonight.
We'll see if Morgan City comes back to that play on the
Yeah,
he put the ball on the ground. Oh, man.
Looking to hand it off to Booty. A little mishand off between quarterback and receiver, and an easy turnover for Vanderbilt. They'll have it point-blank range there at the 6-yard line.
Oh, man, that's what you don't want to do. I mean, it fell on the ground like a loaf of bread. It just sat there, and I don't know what happened. It was just a miscommunication on the exchange, and that's bad.
Yeah, it takes hard work to get inside the core physical therapy red zone, but right here, Vanderbilt gets a gift, put out no effort, and they find themselves at the 6-yard line, 1st down and goal, already up 7 here in the 1st quarter. Garlick and Coleman in the backfield along their senior quarterback.
Looks like Morgan City. Does Morgan City have 10 men on the field?
I don't know, but
Let's
they needed
chill.
them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still counting 10.
While you counting 10, Coleman takes it around the left end and walks in untouched.
1, 2.
So a little too easy right there.
They still got 10 on the field. 1, 2. Yeah, we're missing somebody.
So 2 consecutive plays. The Tigers already outmanned, playing with 1 man less than you're allotted to. Point after good, 5:32 on the clock. Vanderbilt 2 quick scores, and they're up 14-0. You know, we came into this game thinking, boy, if we could get anything close to what we had last night between 2 1A rivals, Vermilion Catholic and Central Catholic, one of our premier games of the year, we'd be in good business. But right now, Vanderbilt earns 1 going 40 yards, and they're given 1 going 6, and they're up 14-0.
Yeah, anytime you're playing a team like Vanderbilt, you want some good things to happen to you. You know, you need some good things to happen to you in the game. You want to a lot of times slow the game down to be methodical about what you're doing, and all of a sudden you see this turnaround right here in this turnover, and it really hurts to start off early in the game like 14 down.
Charlie Wells back deep for the Tigers. He'll step up and make the catch at the 12-yard line. Here comes Charlie Wells, cross the 20. Trying to get outside, just nothing there. He'll step out of bounds at the 22. A little bit better field position than their start.
Yeah.
Last possession at the 8. And here come the Tigers.
Chance for the Tigers to regroup here, get it going, you know, still early on and everything else. Chance to turn things around for themselves and establish themselves a good drive.
Aaron Auto goes down on the sideline there, and this Tiger offense really needs to move the chains. Down 14, you don't want to get down too far here in the 1st quarter.
Well, the Tigers are off to about as bad a start as they could possibly want to see out here, and getting down 14-0 early in the 1st quarter. So you're absolutely right. If nothing else, got to give the defense a little bit of a break, but they got to get something positive working on the offensive side and start in the line of scrimmage.
Mancuso, a little quarterback read.
Stop that time by that's number 45. That's Alexander.
Villavasso.
Yeah, Villavasso for thing. I think he comes from his defensive end spot on the left side, and nobody picks him up. It's a read by the quarterback there that, you know, he's looking that way, and he's looking to see if he's going to give it or keep it. He just made a poor decision on that read and to kept that, and he was there to make that play.
I think as a former quarterback, if I'm making that read and they got a defender coming at me and one coming at the running back, I'm going to let him take the hit.
Yeah, give it to him.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to him every time. 2nd down and long for the Tigers. 4:30 and counting. Back to pass, thrown to the sideline. High and incomplete, thrown in the crowd. He was looking for Dugas. And just
Dugas,
like that, third down for the Tigers.
Dugas was open early right there. So it would need to be a real quick pass on this little, looks like about a 5-yard hitch that he ran out there on the side. So it's, hey, 1-2 and throw it.
Only problem with a passing play, it stops the clock.
Right.
Third and 15 for the Tigers.
There's that play we was looking at earlier.
Campbell takes the swing pass. May have got back to the original line of scrimmage, no more. That'll force Coach Stroud to send in the punting team.
May have turned it upfield a little bit earlier than Coach Stroud would have liked him to do, but able to pick up a couple of the play, but you're going to have to punt it away. Hopefully the Tigers need a good punt right here, and maybe a good punt and roll, and set Vanderbilt back on their third possession of the game.
Good snap, end over end punt, bounce at the 40-yard line. Picked up by Archilla, trying to get outside.
Hey, that's
Man,
not a
Ruger
bad
brought down
place.
by Gray.
Yeah, Gray did a nice job right there. So, hey, not bad. 30-yard kick, 30-yard punt right there. So at least they're not knocking at your door right away.
Yeah, but third time they touched the football tonight, all three
Oh,
times was on the
the
Tiger side to 50.
Right.
Tiger defense needs to conserve their energy because so far it looks like they're going to be on that field a long time tonight. First down and 10 Vanderbilt, 3:35 here in the first quarter. Handoff right off to Coleman. He gets into the second line of defenders. Good gain of 8. Second down.
Big number 55, Christian Garcia, pulling on that play to kick out at the end spot over here on the near side of the field. Opening up that avenue to pick up that 7 yards.
So his pass to the near side. Diego Archilla makes the catch, get it down the field. Very close to first down yardage from here. Looks like he's got it. Because normally if you don't have it or if it's measurement, you just put the ball down, you bring the chains in. So once you throw the ball back to the hash mark, you got a pretty good feeling they're not going to do that, then measure it. First down and 10, deep in the pocket, thrown across the middle, has a receiver, slows, makes the adjustment, and makes the catch inside the 5, goes Lappery. And Vanderbilt has it first down and goal once again inside the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone.
That time you'll look at McNeely was on coverage that time, but the receiver got away from him a little bit, and the pass was right on the money.
Like the way he slowed down, made that adjustment. Now they'll go back to the workhorse Coleman. Hit at the line of scrimmage, bounces off, trots in for the score, and Vanderbilt just having his way with the Tigers here in the first quarter.
Rough going for the Tigers early on.
Purvis in for the extra point. And Purvis puts it right through the end zone. 1:51 to go here. Still in the first quarter. Vanderbilt goes 4 plays, 47 yards, and they're up 21-0.
Tough start for the Tigers coming in, not what they want on their senior night and everything, but still early. I mean, look, got a chance that they really need something good to happen for them to build some confidence
Yeah,
right
if you
here.
want to talk about what good could happen, it's going to be the core physical therapy and sports performance player of the game. In a game like this where you pit a out-of-town school as in Vanderbilt going against your hometown Tigers, that player of the game is going to come from the Tigers, win or lose. So somebody
That's right. So
is going to leave with a good feeling here tonight.
somebody, playing hard when you're down and things are not looking good for you, and you rise to the occasion and you step up and you start making some good things happen for your team and everything, and that'll be well deserved if you get that T-shirt.
Wells catches it at the 12, gets down to the 24. And I don't see a Tiger offense sprinting on the field, but they're heading towards the field. 21-0 in the first quarter kind of takes a little bit out of you. Kids are looking up saying, man, I got 3 more quarters to go. But we've seen stranger things happen.
Tigers looking for something positive to happen right here this drive.
Tigers looking for their first down of the night. First down and 10, they'll go back to the running game. Just nothing there.
No, just well played by that strong defensive front from Vanderbilt, just stringing that play out to the sideline and making that tackle. I mean, perfect reads by them.
Yeah, good defensive slide. Everybody had a gap. There was nowhere for Gray to run. And they'll bring him down for a 2-yard loss. Second down and 13 for the Tigers. Aaron's on the sideline. Aaron, when you look at both teams, Vanderbilt has to stay sharp, don't get sloppy, and the Tigers need to keep fighting, don't give up. So it's a tough situation.
It's a long road to hoe, that's for sure, Boo, as we near the end of the first quarter. But it's in the line of scrimmage, the Vanderbilt line, offensively and defensively, have dominated. And it's reflected in the scoring the balls on the floor.
Yeah, another miscommunication, a little mishandoff between running back and quarterback, and they put it on the ground. And when it goes on the ground,
man,
Vanderbilt's jumping on it like they hadn't 8 months.
Right. I mean, and look, you already have yourself in a bad situation, and just bad things keep happening, and it's it's got to be really depressing to some of those players for when things happen.
Yeah, Vanderbilt just not working hard for their touchdowns. The first drive, 9 plays, 40 yards. That's about as tough as it got. From there, it was 1 play, 6 yards. Then another one, 4 plays, 47 yards. And now they have it 1st and 10 inside the red zone once again. It's one thing when you got to drive to get in the red zone. There's another thing when you start in the red zone. And that's what's happening with Vanderbilt tonight. Great starting field position. Now you'll start seeing some new jerseys in the game, and that's when I'm glad I brought my glasses, because it's going to be that type of ball game. Wouldn't know the score by listening to the Tiger Marching Band.
Vanderbilt's going to be in no hurry to get this next snap. I think we're going to come to the end of the quarter.
Yeah, they'll just let it run. They'll switch sides of field. That'll do it here in the first quarter of play. Vanderbilt jumps out to a 21-0 lead over the Tigers. They're knocking on the door once again. We'll take a timeout. It's Friday night, under the lights, the A.J. Dolman Automotive Family High School Game of the Week.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Dolman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Dolman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, Taco Bell, Guaranteed Title, Shaw Bills, Sheriff Blaze Smith, GJCurbside.com, Coastline Wealth Group, Conrad Shipyard, McDonald's, Stansberry and Associates, Pelican Companies of America, Allen's Communications.
Welcome back to Week 10 of high school football here on KWBJ. How the year passed so fast.
Well, I'm telling you, Boo, you look at these Morgan City Tigers, and they've been struggling to win some ball games, and it's so difficult to turn things around. You know, when I played ball for McNeese, we had some great years, some winning years. We also had a year that we really struggled to win a ball game, and it's you get in this rut of losing, and sometimes it seems that no matter how hard you try, you just can't win a game. But you'd be surprised how no matter what your losing streak is, it only takes one win to turn things around in confidence, you know, and that's what Morgan City's looking for.
Yeah, another problem they got is you're playing in a 4A division where other teams are rolling 80 guys at you.
Right.
And you got 40. So there's not many times that you're going to have the depth to compete. And right here you got one team looking to finish as a high seed in their district or in the state, going towards the playoffs, and the other side just trying to finish up Week 10.
Smart.
So an incompletion there, and that'll bring up second down or third down.
That's a smart play right there by Bourgeois on that pass, because it could have been, you know, he was thinking maybe it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage. It's something that he can pick up and roll with.
Big third down for this Tiger defense. Would like nothing more than to turn this Terrier team around. Archilla takes a snap, rolls right, got two receivers in the corner. He takes a shot. There's one. It's tipped away and incomplete.
Nice play.
A good defensive play
That's
by the
Wells.
Tigers.
That's Wells. Charlie Wells on a stop. He was actually beat. We'd have liked to have seen him a little bit closer to his receiver, but being tall with that long arm, he was able to reach up there and bat that ball down in the corner of the end zone. Good play by him.
Even a whole Vanderbilt to 3 right here is a win for the Tiger defense. As Vanderbilt runs out Purvis, one of the top kickers in the state. It'll go in the books as a 29-yarder. Lapper will do the holding for Vanderbilt. The kick is up, it's low, it's a line drive, and it's right through the middle. Vanderbilt strikes for 3. 11:46 to go here in the second quarter, and they jump on top 24-0. So a mini win for the Tiger defense.
Absolutely. I mean, anytime you kept them out of the end zone that time, they was able to get the field goal. Good leg by that kid, but hey, we'll count that as a stop.
Yeah, somehow the Tigers have to flip the field. They've been giving Vanderbilt way too good a field position. You know, make them drive the distance of the field, not just 20 yards. Those of you joining us on KWBJ Live, we're glad you've joined. It's always good to watch high school football right from the comforts of your living room. Wells takes it inside the 5-yard line, needs to do something with it, stands there, then here comes the defense.
Yeah.
And they'll bring them down all the way inside the 6. They'll mark him at the 5, and this will be the Tigers' worst starting field position of the first half.
He picked up the ball near the goal line, and he put his hand on one of his blockers, like he was fixing to spring it, but never did happen. In the pursuit of Vanderbilt, caught up to him real quick.
Looks like a timeout is called by Morgan City High School. And they'll come to the sideline to talk about it. And I think some of that conversation, hey, Coach, every time we get it, Our shadow is in our own end zone.
Right. I mean, if you think about it, so far in this game, Vanderbilt hasn't had to do a whole lot of work. I mean, Morgan City has done a lot of favors for them, and hence that 24-0 score at this point in the game.
Aaron Artico been on the sideline many, many years. He's heard a lot of play calls, but when you get the ball on your own 5-yard line, there's not a lot of options.
Not only that, Boo, the worst part about it, as soon as the ball is snapped, there's more white jerseys in the backfield than green jerseys. And it's just, it's going to make for a long, long night. The entire first quarter and early here in the second quarter has been played on the Tiger side of the football field. They have to come up with some kind of way to flip this around and get the ball to the other side of the field.
Mancuso gets under center. Wells is your lone back. That's Gray. Gray takes it on the outside. There's a flag on the play.
We'll see what the flag's about, but not bad. A positive run-in play by Tiger offense.
Got to give credit to the official right there. You saw a hole, you called a hole. A lot of times in a game like this, you're not going to see many flags because they're looking at it saying, hey, let's keep the clock running, a little 2-yard gain, and set up run the next play. So a positive play for the Tigers, get backed up on a penalty. Here comes the Tigers. First down. Mancuso stands in his own end zone, barks out the signals, throws it across the middle and incomplete. Good coverage by Vanderbilt. Not a lot of room to throw the football. Landon Rogers, the senior, in the trail position, doing just enough to make that incomplete. Second down, a long way to go as the clock stops on the pass play. And the Tigers trying to find a way to at least get a first down. They're on the negative side of total yards of offense here in the first half. Negative 21 according to our head statistician, William Bank McCarty. Gray takes it. He's hit at the line of scrimmage, twists and turns.
Picks up a few positive yards right there on the play. They did have a hole over the left side briefly.
He'll make it 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. Complete this play. It'll be their longest play of the first half. Tigers will spread them out. 2 receivers to each side. Good hard count. That'll get the white jerseys jumping. And it'll look like an offsides against Vanderbilt.
And that's their biggest game of the night.
So a good job of the Tiger offense to get 5 free yards. The bad news is still 3rd down and 4. But much more manageable. Tigers trying to get the play call in, taking their time getting to the line of scrimmage. Third down, Tigers looking for their first down of the game. Back to Gray and just no room to go. They'll have him down at a short gain, and here comes the punting team once again.
Went back to the play they had run previously where he picked up several yards on it, but this time Vanderbilt was ready for it and the hold closed up quick.
Gomez runs in for the Tigers. He'll punt it away, and Vanderbilt looks to get excellent field position once again. He'll go dual backs. Plenty of time to punt it. It gets it away. Nice punt. all the way to the 45-yard line. That's Rogers trying to find the wall. The wall set up. Rogers turning the corner, 50-45, slips the first tackle, cuts back in another. He's still on his feet, crosses the 20, and finally knocked down at the 15-yard line. And if you're going to coach up a punt return and you watch the replay, that's about as good a wall as you're going to see. And just like that, back inside the core physical therapy red zone. And check this return out, Lane.
I tell you what, it was a nice kick. Almost out-kicked his coverage on that because he kicked it so far down the field. It gave the back plenty of opportunity to make a decision. It looked like he was going to be stopped early on the run when he caught it, but he was able to get to the outside, headed to the far side of the field.
Chile is going the distance here in the first quarter. Back to Coleman. Coleman gets wrapped up and brought down.
Good stop that time by the Tigers. Hilton Abear and others on the stop. We have a stoppage of play. Look like we got an injured Vanderbilt. Nope.
Injured Tiger.
Injured Tiger.
You know, when a Tiger goes down, that's detrimental. You just don't have the numbers. And that's what we talked about, the depth. So the trainer will go out and check on him, and we hope this isn't too serious. You know, following this week, we'll check the playoff bracket, determine where we're going to head. You know, many choices, whether Central Catholic gets a home game. You know, we have Patterson definitely in the playoffs, may be at home. So there's a few teams across the parish that will be somewhere, and look for KWBJ to make that announcement sometime midweek.
Several teams in our area that's looking to make the playoffs, making the run in the playoffs. I think Franklin has an opportunity in it. Hanson was still in it.
We're without Chris Hunter tonight. Hunter had babysitting duty, so we allowed him to stay home, and we went with an upgrade. We got Sonny working the truck. Slight upgrade. We went from a 3 out of 10 to a 4 out of 10.
Slight upgrade, huh?
Yes.
That's
Looks like we'll have to step aside. This injury looks a little more serious than not, so let's step aside, check on the Tiger player, and we'll take a timeout and be back with more high school football here on KWBJ.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Doman, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Doman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, Taco Bell, Guaranteed Title, Shaw Bills, Sheriff Blaze Smith, GJCurbside.com, Coastline Wealth Group, Conrad Shipyard, McDonald's, Stansbury and Associates, Pelican Companies of America, Allen's Communications.
Looks like 51, Quinones. And he runs off the field, so that's always a good sign for the Tigers.
looks like it took a few minutes for him to gather himself. And
yeah, it looked like a serious injury, and very well could have been. Everybody got a sigh of relief as he sprints off to the sideline. Reminds me of an injury of Jason Price had back in the 90s. Second down and 10. Vanderbilt, 8:40 to go here, second quarter. Back on the ground they go. Coleman. Juke step, tripped himself, and down he goes after a nice little gain. He'll have it down to the 8-yard line.
Give credit to
Third down and 4.
number 40, Anthony Bourgeois, coming up for the Tigers and making that stop on the right. He played it good, and and was able to fight off the blockers and come up and make that play and made a nice tackle.
Barchilla stands in the pocket. Coleman, your long back. They'll give it to him. He has running room inside the 5, in the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt.
One of the Tigers defenders came up through the interior of the offensive line, but I think he really overran the play, came too far upfield and gave a little avenue on the inside, and you can see the hole open up. One missed tackle and into the end zone for the score.
Lappery will put it on the tee. Purvis a foot into it, and through the upright it goes. 7:49 to go here in the second quarter. A 3-play, 14-yard drive for Vanderbilt, and they're up 31-0. There you see Coach Tommy Minton, his first year at Vanderbilt Catholic, a longtime Central Catholic coach. Before that, Patterson High School, place that you're familiar with. So he's one of the more well-known coaches in South Louisiana.
Yes, my son Luke happened to went to Patterson High School and was able to play under Coach Mitten and had his opportunity to go to the Dome when they played Parkview Baptist. So, that's a great opportunity when a kid has a chance to go play in the Dome for a state championship.
And has his Vanderbilt team looking good as they lean towards a top 5 seed in the brackets. 31-0 outscored. Tigers hadn't had much success returning kicks. Hopefully they'll get some better field position here. Wait for the official to blow the whistle. Counting the players, they do have 11 out there, so he says, let's get this game started. Purvis consistently kicking it down to the 5-yard line. And again, the Tigers let it bounce this time in the end zone, so that'll give them a little breathing room at least for this Tiger offense that has been struggling, to say the least, here in the first half. I'm not sure the name of that song, Lane, but I think it's called Hold That Tiger.
Hold That Tiger, huh?
Is that what it's called, Bill? Hold That Tiger. First down and 10. Wells looks like he'll take over the reins at quarterback. McNeely stands behind him. Tigers looking for their first down of the first half. They'll give it to McNeely and nowhere to go. Roman Master wraps him up and brings him down.
Masters comes off the right side, yeah.
Was there before the ball got to him. Got a chance to go down for an injury update on big number 51 of the Tigers. Aaron Artigo, what you have for us?
Actually, Boo, we have 2 injuries on the sideline. One is Quinones, whose head got twisted. He was on the bottom of the pile, said his head got twisted to the left and back, and that kind of caused him some pain. But he's okay. He will be back in the game. I'll tell you about the other one after this play.
Little play action pass, and again, Vanderbilt just controlling the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go as Charlie Wells goes down, and right back there and there.
All right, also number 39, Gomez, has dislocated his left shoulder, and he is out for the rest of the game. This happened earlier, a few plays sooner.
Right, Gomez is probably one of the more important players in today's game.
And he's out for the night.
He's the punter, and he's done for the night. So made a quarterback change and got the same results, 3rd down and 14.
Anytime Morgan City snaps the ball, I mean, Vanderbilt is just coming into that interior, so there's not much time to make a decision of what hole you're going to run or what pass you're going to throw. They got to make decisions quick.
They'll throw it across the middle. A lot of contact. Got to be a flag, and there is. Kind of got Villavasso crossed up, and he made contact with the receiver while the ball was in the air, and that'll draw the flag. So I just got a note from the head statistician. That'll be the Tigers' first down of the first half. Here with 5:50 to go, 52 to go in the second quarter.
You'll see on that pass play right there, that was Richardson that was on the attempt coming across the middle of the field when the penalty occurred.
Wells looks to the sideline, gets the play. He's back to pass again. Here comes the pressure. Nobody's really running a route. He's going to have to run it himself. And they finally knock him out of bounds. And when you really scan the field, who's he going to throw to? I don't even know if they had a receiver looking his way.
Right, he gave himself a lot of ground up the middle. At first, I thought it was going to be like a screen over the middle of the field. He scrambled over to the right. He'd have probably been better off just throwing that in the area of a receiver or out of bounds in the area of a receiver, so he didn't have to take the loss. But a lot of times when you're doing that and you're not used to being quarterback all the time, you got, in this case, a bunch of Vanderbilt Catholic guys running it in your faces, it's hard to make those quick decisions.
Tigers will have to call another timeout. Morgan City calls another timeout. They'll come to the sideline, try to talk about it, but they find themselves again in second down and long. And when the quarterback got time to throw it, he doesn't have anybody to throw it to. And then for the most part, he usually doesn't have time to throw the football. In the running game, far and few between. Got inside information from William Bill McCarty. We'll be bringing him up shortly. Share it with the home folks. Aaron ought to go down on the sideline. I know you got an ear in the huddle. There's got to be a game plan to figure out how we're going to get through the next 2.5 quarters.
Second quarter score, Letcher 28, Parish 6. First quarter, Berwick 10,000.
Go around the parish. Berwick playing for their playoff life tonight. They're on the road against Donaldsonville, a win and they're in. They're no score in the first half, and Patterson is at Letcher.
I think Patterson's home tonight against Letcher,
Yeah,
but
they're
down
down 20.
28-6.
Playing like they're on the road. Lane, I remember we brought Bill up about 4 years ago, tried to get him part of a three-man crew. I hit him with the first question, and he said, oh. That's all he said. We're going to give him another try tonight.
Giving our statistician a hard time.
Blitz coming from the outside, again, in the backfield. That's Alexander Villavasso. He read the count, came from the left side, and he was beating the ball to the quarterback.
Yeah, they just on their toes, and they just shooting those gaps, and Tiger offensive line is just not picking them up.
Third down and 19 for the Tigers. Just trying to find something positive they can go into halftime, talk about. Down 31-0 here in the first half. Senior night for Morgan City. Tigers trying to finish off on a big note, but now they got a big hill to climb.
Yeah, I mean, with 4 minutes left to go in halftime, you really would like to get a first down right here, even though you're a long ways away from it. But
they'll keep it on the ground, just nowhere to run. He's wrapped up and brought down. Gain
might
of
be
one,
be
fourth down, and
good
Tigers
decision by Coach Stroud to just keep that clock running and get into halftime and just see if you can make some adjustments and make something happen for you in the second half.
Gomez out. Tigers will have to run another punter. Good snap, good punt. Bounces at the 50, takes a Tiger roll. Picked up by Vanderbilt. That's Rogers, and Rogers is knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. See if Vanderbilt keeps their starters in throughout the first half. It looks like it. Chilla back in.
It's really been all Vanderbilt. I mean, it's starting field position for Vanderbilt, like we were saying earlier. It's been on the Tiger side of the field all night long.
That kind of game that'll spoil you. 3:03 to go here before half. Orchella back to pass. Pressure from outside. He takes a shot deep in the corner, looking for Labrie. Batted away again. This time it's Richardson getting a hand on it. So that's 2 times it looked like a ball that was on its way for a big completion, and the Tiger defender able to get a hand on it.
Right. I mean, the receiver had the defender beat on both, but there was still, because of their height and those long arms, able to bat those balls down. They're real lucky to be able to get a hand on that.
2nd down and 10, Vanderbilt. They'll hitch it out to the far side. That's Diego Archilla. He makes the catch, finally knocked out of bounds by Torres. Rare time the Terriers find himself in a 3rd down. Third down and 4. 1:46 and counting. Vanderbilt in no hurry. 3 receivers near side, 1 to the far side. Back to pass again. They'll throw hitch route near side. Diego Archilla once again, and he's cleaned up, but not until he has a 1st down. Campbell comes from inside out.
Right.
To flatten him at the 25.
Campbell came a long ways to make that play.
A 10-yard gain, a 1st down for Vanderbilt, 109 and counting. And they're trying to get one last score here before half. Cameron Harris, your lone back. He'll get the carry here. He's hit hard and brought down.
There you go. That's big number 51 right there. He was out early, late on his back. We thought he was going to be carried off for a little while. He comes back and makes a great play.
Absolutely. Vanderbilt will call a timeout here as we get inside a minute. 53.8 on the clock as they trying to get some points here before half. 2nd down and 10. There you see the big hit from Quinones. Lane Tigers can still take something positive to the dressing room, even though you're down 31-0. If you could just turn Vanderbilt away one time before half,
I mean,
you can go to back to the dressing room and say, hey, guys, we can do it.
We need Quinones to do a few more of those things that he just did right there. Maybe that turn of his neck right there that Aaron was talking about. He decided he was going to seek some revenge on somebody because that was a nice hit.
2nd down and 10 for the Terriers. They'll throw it again, looking for single coverage, runs into a double team. Tigers are there, but so is Vanderbilt. He makes the grab, touchdown. Alexander Castile on the grab, inside of traffic, 2 Tiger defenders, results in the Vanderbilt touchdown.
Well, and I'm telling you, he was in double coverage, and I think that's number 3, McNeely, that's running with him, does a great job. Actually gets his hands on the ball. I thought it was going to be picked off in the end zone. But the Vanderbilt receiver pulled it out of his hand and came down with it in the end zone for the touchdown.
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I thought it was single coverage. Man up on that side turned in to have a safety over the top, but still couldn't make the play. Purvis in, and Purvis is perfect. So with 43.9 to go here, Vanderbilt takes it 5 plays, 42 yards, and another nice pitch and catch from Archilla to Castell. And it's all Vanderbilt here in the first half.
Hey, when it's happening for you, it's happening for you right there, because you're going to see the replay right here. Here's the replay. If you look, he's looking downfield. He sees the receiver open. The safety comes across. If you see McNeely, he actually gets his hands on the ball, but the receiver fights him for it and actually comes down on the ground, and he's really doesn't have complete possession of that football until he's down on his back in the end zone.
Low line drive kick fielded at the 12-yard line. And again, this kickoff coverage team of Vanderbilt, they've got every lane covered. Just nowhere for the Tigers to run, and they'll have them inside the 20. I think we call that a reverse core physical therapy red zone. Tigers have yet to cross the 50-yard line here in the first half, where Vanderbilt has scored 6 times. 5 touchdowns on a field goal, and have not had a drive over 50 yards.
And Vanderbilt hasn't had an offensive play on their side of the 50-yard line so far.
Shortest scoring drive was just 6 yards. Their longest scoring drive was 47. 34 seconds left. Tigers just trying to get to the dressing room. They'll run a quarterback sneak. That'll keep the clock running. And I think both teams are satisfied. They'll run to the sidelines. So the first half is done. It started off with fireworks from Vanderbilt. The middle was fireworks from Vanderbilt. The end was fireworks from Vanderbilt. It's all Vanderbilt here in the first half. 38-0 our score. We'll take a break for halftime and be back with more high school football after this.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by AJ Doman, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. AJ Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Cardiovascular Institute of the South, 1231 David Drive in Morgan City. Commitment to quality cardiovascular care through unparalleled expertise. Taco Bell. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants, and delivery now available with DoorDash. Taco Bell invites you to live Moss. Guaranteed Title. Tell your home lender you want guaranteed title for your closing. When making the biggest purchase of your life, experience matters. Shawbills, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary and surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Sheriff Blaze Smith, committed to maintaining excellence in law enforcement through courtesy, professionalism, honor, and respect. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry since 1948. Conrad wishes all our area teams good luck this season. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Visit one of our locations in Bayou Vista, Morgan City, and Amelia today. Stansberry and Associates, marine surveyors and consultants, offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing vessels. Pelican Companies of America, your one-stop spot for all your rental needs. 985-312-5509. Vita Paint and Supply, specializing in interior and exterior house paint with great customer service. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
because she's my godchild. kick spots. We're about to kick off a tiger rag in a wee little bit.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Second half action here between the Tigers of Morgan City and the Vanderbilt Terriers. Vanderbilt jumps out to a 38-0 first half lead. All their possessions started on the Tigers side of the field, and ironically, Morgan City is yet to cross the 50-yard line. So a little mismatch here.
Yeah, if you look at the first half stats, Vanderbilt Catholic with 8 first downs compared to Morgan City's just 1. Vanderbilt had 52 rushing yards, 94 passing yards. They have 146 yards of offense. Doesn't sound like a lot, but they didn't have far to go. They was playing on the Morgan City side of the field all night. Morgan City just had 1 first down in the second half, and if you look at the stats, their total offense is in a minus with 2 big turnovers that resulted in Vanderbilt touchdowns.
Vanderbilt exceeding in all phases, offense, defense, special teams. Purvis has done an outstanding job kicking. This kickoff coverage team has been second to none, and they made it awful difficult on this Tiger ball club. We have Aaron Artigo down on the sideline. I know Aaron got all the answers for the Tigers here in the second half. What's our call, Aaron?
All right, Boo, we're just ready for the clock to run out, man. And it's just the last game of the season. And it's 38-0. You have not crossed midfield, so it's a tough night here for the Tigers. And they just got to fight it out, man. Just play one play at a time and do what they can with what they got and ride it out to the end.
Yeah, just trying to be competitive. Forget about the first half. Try to win the second half. And the kickoff is put on the ground. There's that kick coverage team once again. Looks like the Tigers have gotten back on it, and they dodge a bullet there. You know, you come out the second half, you want to get off to a positive start. And
one of the adjustments right off the bat for the Tigers to try to defend that big-time pursuit by Vanderbilt Catholic is they went from a 4-man front on the kickoff return to a 5-man front up on the line and everything else, but it didn't look like it helped them at all on the pursuit on that bobbled it on the catch and starts them off deep in their own territory.
So I think we've seen the end of the first teamers as they remain on the sideline. Wholesale changes on this defense from Vanderbilt, so see if the Tigers can start moving the football. Mancuso steps back in at quarterback. Tigers will start off with it on the ground to Campbell. And Campbell runs past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And with that defensive change, you're going to see some success from the Tiger offense. Between Campbell and Mancuso along with Wells. Tigers got some big players. Just not enough numbers to compete with the Vanderbilt defense that are playing at all cylinders. Tigers keeps it on the ground. Gray coming near side, stays on his feet, nears the 40-yard line, and the Tigers are on the move to start off this second half.
Tigers run that time what we used to call like a cross buck. It's a cross pattern by the 2 backs in the backfield, and he's able to get the corner. One of the few times tonight he's able to get the corner and get up the field for a good pickup. Big pickup for Morgan City tonight, 17 yards on that play.
Tigers again, Mancuso near side finds Wells. Wells slides out of bounds, may have gained 1. Tigers trying to erase a bad memory, which was the first half.
Right, so anything they can get going right here in the second half, positive. And I tell you what, if you start moving the ball and get out there and get yourself a score on your opening drive of the second half, I mean, it'll erase a lot of that first half.
Back to Campbell. Campbell hitting the backfield. 34 first to get there for Vanderbilt. That's Paul Boudreau. Just a freshman, but he's in the backfield of the Tigers. A loss of one. Boudreaux does a good job right there for the Terrier defense.
Tigers had a couple of good offensive plays stretching the field, so we'll see if they come back to it.
3rd down and 9. They'll call it for the Tigers. 2 back set alongside Mancuso. They'll set up a screen near side to Campbell. Makes the catch at the 40, runs through a tackler, has it to the 48-yard line. Short of first down yardage, but close enough. I would expect the Tigers to go for it.
They are.
At this point, what do you have to lose?
Tigers set themselves up a little screen over the left side to pick up that 7 yards, set up fourth and 2. Hey, got to go for it. Got to have something positive happen for yourself.
Big 4th down for the Tigers, trying to get off to a good start here in the second half. Senior night for the Tigers here in Week 10. Wells in motion to the far side. Plenty of room in the slot. They wanted to throw a quick pass, and the Tigers call a timeout. Looks like Tigers have changed their mind, and they'll punt. The good thing about the Tigers, this will be the first time they actually can get Vanderbilt to start a drive in their own territory.
If they stop them right here. If they don't give them bad luck, Boot. I mean, but he had been getting off some good punts, but the punter's out hurt now. Had went out in the first half. That was Gomez, number 39, with a shoulder injury. So we have a different punter for the Tigers.
All the confidence in the world in the snapper. As Bergeron, he's done a great job today getting the ball back to the punter. And again, a good snap. Nice punt. It'll bounce at the 20. Take a good Tiger roll inside the 15. All the way down
That's something
to
good
the
and
11-yard
positive.
line.
That's something good positive for the Tigers right there with the starting at the 11-yard line for Vanderbilt.
A 42-yard punt, no return. We'll get a whole lot of new faces from the Terrier offense. And the Tiger defense finally gets to play with a little room behind them. This will be the first time Vanderbilt had the first possession start in their own territory. Robert Blanchard Jr. He is a junior, 5'11", 155 pounds, will take over the reins for the Terriers. Landon Ross, your lone back alongside of him. Ross will get the carry right off tackle. Good positive yards, pushes forward to the 15-yard line. Second down and 6 in a game like this is all about running the clock, so I wouldn't expect Vanderbilt to, even though they have their second line of offense in there, I'd see more.
And I think Tigers are thinking the same thing, so they're going to come up and crowd the line of scrimmage and see if they can stop that run, expecting run first.
Scott Haydale in the game for the Terriers. He split to the near side to screen. Bowman in the slot to the far side.
Meanwhile, I've seen Coach Minton many times in this situation go to the air.
Back to Ross.
Good stop that time by the defense.
Looks like he ran right into the midsection of Singleton.
See good stops right there by a big host of Tigers up there in that middle, McNeely and others on the stops.
Third down and 6. Tiger defense trying to get a punt out of Vanderbilt for the first time tonight. As the crowd continued to roll in earlier, it continues to roll out late. Third down and 6. Vanderbilt will take the play clock inside of 10 every single time as we near the 6-minute mark here in the third quarter. They'll throw it to the outside, has a receiver up, makes the catch as Bowman gets his feet in bounds. Or are they saying he's out of bounds? It was all the way on the far side of the field and had to be out of bounds because it happened right in front of Coach Tommy Minton, and if it was even close, he'd have been all over that official.
And I tell you what, that was Campbell putting the heat on the quarterback and in his face and making him throw that ball a little bit later than he wanted to.
Somehow he was able to get it out.
So now all of a sudden we have the Vanderbilt punting crew on the field.
Under pressure, tremendous punt. Over the head of the Tiger, inside the 34, and that'll flip field position. So that's a two-way special teams player. Purvis punts it 51 yards with no return. And here comes the Tiger offense. So when you got special teams weapons like that, which is more singular, it's the same guy, that's going to go a long way with his Vanderbilt team.
It's not often that you're going to see a 51-yard punt, in high schools, in this case with no return.
So here comes the Tigers. Looks like we have a semi-running clock. Start the clock here on the first down. Swing pass to the outside to Gray. Gray stutter steps, looking for some daylight. And finally brought down by Benjamin Ragas. Slew of freshmen on the field for Vanderbilt.
What looked at first like it was going to be a good pickup on first down ended up only being a pickup of a couple.
.5 minutes and counting. Mancuso hands it off to Kojo. Kojo slips the first tackle, slips a second and a third, and down the sideline he goes. Takes a hard hit, but Kojo did a tremendous job of slipping tackles.
Kojo shows, he showed some wheels there. I mean, the kid got some speed and fighting off tackles. Not a big kid, but I tell you what, he's a fighter.
Third down and 1. Tigers trying to get one of those elusive first downs. Try to do it on the ground. Good north-south run right there. That'll be plenty enough for a first down.
That's the way to do it. I mean, he made a decision quick and committed to the hole when he got it and got enough to pick up the first down.
They'll call it 5. Next up is the Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance Player of the Game, the most coveted T-shirt. Only 10 of them given out this year. The 10th one will be tonight. Ball on the ground right there. Another missed handoff. Looks like a Tiger in gray got a hand out there to suck it back in. And the Tigers dodge a bullet.
There you go. You see him over there on the left side of the field. You see he was expecting the ball. The quarterback was expecting to give it to him, but I don't think he knew he was getting the ball.
Second down and 14. Tigers will throw for it, set up a screen, running room to the outside. Gray has it, gets a good block. Crosses the 50. And that play looked like it had a little bit more in it than that. They'll tackle him at the 46, bring up third down.
That was one of the best looking plays for the Tigers tonight, setting up that screen. They set it up nice. If you look at the lineman, they block and then go to the right. You see he's led by number 52, Bear, leading blocking for him, and he was able to pick up some nice yards on second down.
They'll reset Wells to the far side of the field. Two backs alongside Manque. So big third down play. They'll go to Campbell. Campbell has running room into the second level of the Vanderbilt defense. And down near the 35-yard line. Another first down for the Tigers, and the Tigers are on the move.
I'll tell you what, the Tigers might have found something right over on the right side of the field, the far side of the field. Picked up about 10 yards on that play. And all of a sudden, the Tigers are down to Vanderbilt's 36.
Nothing fancy here. Straight handoff to Gray. Gray navigates his way in for a couple.
Another good pickup. They're picking on that left side of that Vanderbilt defense.
Minute 20 and counting here in the third quarter. Tigers will throw it again. They'll take a shot deep, looking in the corner. Has a man. That's Wells. Kind of drifting, goes incomplete. In between the two receivers, neither can get to it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Check that. Third down.
Wells on that play looked like he was open. The pass looked like he was going to be okay. Wells kind of pulled up, seeing the ball, and misjudged it in the air, and it ends up falling beyond his reach.
Big third down for the Tigers. They'll go back to Gray. Gray off tackle. Tripped up, stumbles. He'll be short of first down yardage. It'll be fourth down and 2. We'll run the third quarter dry, and the Tigers have a decision to make right here, whether go for it or not when we come back. You're watching the A.J. Doman High School Football Friday night under the lights here from Tiger Stadium.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Doman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, Taco Bell, Guaranteed Title, Shaw Bills, Sheriff Blaze Smith, GJCurbside.com, Coastline Wealth Group, Conrad Shipyard, McDonald's, Stansbury and Associates, Pelican Companies of America, Allen's Communications.
Deep snap is going to be player to game.
And we're back to Tiger Stadium. Booger's alongside Lane LaRive, as always, down on the field. Aaron will go to start the second half. Nothing more positive for these kids that fought all 10 weeks to try to get some points on the board.
Well,
Aaron, how are they going to do that?
Well, what they've done on this drive, just keep doing it, keep running sharp plays, get 4, 5 here, 6 there, 10 there, and they got a chance now to put some points on the boards, and it'd be nice for the team to do that, a nice emotional lift here, and see what they can do. So here's a chance for them to put points on the board. They just got to keep playing football. They got another quarter to play. Season will be over after that, but just give it what you got left, and let's hang some points on the board and have a good time this last quarter.
So Coach Stroud runs his offense back on the field. It'll be fourth down and 2 as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
They've seen a lot of success running to their right. Now they would be running into the short side of the field right here. Be interested to see what they do.
They'll go to Campbell, the big fella, hit at the line of scrimmage, running through tacklers. He's free. Cuts past the 20, into the 15, down to the 10. And the Tigers are in the core physical therapy and sports performance red zone, knocking on the door, first down and goal.
Good job by Campbell that time, running over to the left side. I mean, it's the same play that was running to the right, but he ran it to the wide side of the field this time. And I tell you what, he had those feet driving. He was carrying one of the Vanderbilt Catholics defender down the field with him. So good run by him.
Two-back set alongside Mancuso. Split time tonight at quarterback. He's trying to lead his Tigers into the end zone. A little hesitation from Gray. Trying to get outside. Too much speed from Vanderbilt, but too much strength from Gray. He'll have it inside the 5. Bring up second and goal. In the booth with us, longtime KWBJ color analyst, play-by-play commentator Kevin Ramirez, throwback from the 80s. Going to bring him up shortly, trying to get him situated. He didn't know which way to put the headset on, had his microphone to the back of his head. But his memory's coming back, and he'll be up shortly. Try to give us some of his old-time play call. Second down for the Tigers. Crowd continues to cheer him on. It's Week 10 senior night here in Morgan City. Little wide receiver end around. That's Wells. Wells high steps it into the corner. The Tigers on the board.
See right here on the replay, Wells comes into motion and they hand it to him over the left side. He hesitates for a second to avoid one defender and then finds his hole into the end zone. Tiger touchdown.
Good to see no quit in this Tiger ball club. Outmanned, outnumbered. Really nothing to play for except senior night, their last high school football game, but fighting to the end and able to get the end zone. They'll go for 2. Reset the play clock, give the Tigers an opportunity. Looking to the sideline at
I'm looking. I see the quarterback island. They're playing with 10 right now, looking for somebody. So number 21 is running out of the field to cover for that spot. Comes into the game.
straight handoff off tackle. Ball on the ground. Did he get in first? No, they say fumbled into the end zone, recovered by Vanderbilt. The two-point conversion's no good. That's a 12-play, 67-yard drive by the Tigers, and the Tigers are on the board.
If you look at him hand off right here, you're going to see just before he crosses the goal line, he's going to be hit and he fumbles the ball into the end zone. There you see the ball on the ground. Recovered by Vanderbilt. No, extra point, no good.
Joining us in the booth, a long time ago, Kevin Ramirez used to be in my spot, the play-by-play guy. Sometimes he's a color analyst. Now he's on the Vanderbilt sideline. He went from a Morgan City guy to a Houma guy.
Yeah.
What you have to say for yourself?
Hey, thanks for having me in the booth here, Boo. It's been real weird. I've been back here a few times in blue, and to go from Central Catholic red to blue is a little bit different, and to be on the other side as opposed to being on the field, bit of a change.
Yeah, the view's not quite as good. The bleachers aren't quite as tall, and the mosquitoes bite a little more.
Yes, no doubt about that. But nonetheless, good first half by the Terriers. They've been playing pretty well all season, but definitely good to see Morgan City get on the board.
Well, we talked about both teams playing for something different. Tigers playing for Week 10, trying to finish their season on a good note. Vanderbilt playing to better their seed. You know, they're playoff bound and looking to do some damage when they get there.
Yeah. So coming into the game, Vanderbilt power rating was number 4 in the state in our particular division. And so I would think a win tonight probably would not have them go back any further than that. But, it's all about the seed, and probably will host a home game next Friday at Buddy Marcello Stadium.
So Tommy Minton, a longtime St. Mary Parish coach, crosses over to Terrebonne Parish, takes over the helm for Vanderbilt for the first year showing good sportsmanship. Kind of emptied the bench here in the second half, allowing the Tigers to get a little success.
Yeah, a lot of JV kids, a lot of young kids out there. Fresh jerseys. Not that it's very dirty out there, but good to see a lot of our younger kids getting some experience. We had a real good JV season, and as most of our listeners and our viewers know, Tommy Minton from being a longtime coach in this area, just a great guy, a great coach, and by all indications, all the folks in the Vanderbilt family very happy to have Tommy come aboard this year.
And we talked about the Tiger program trying to get the numbers up to compete. A lot of times they're just outmanned. You know, you got 45 kids on the sideline, your opponent got 80.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what play call you make, the type of game that's out there, you just tough to compete in Class 4A like that.
Yeah, definitely. And I think as viewers watch the game, just a couple of turnovers, not way deep in the Tiger area early in the game probably set that tone also. This game might have not quite got to this point had the Tigers not turned it over several times early.
Yeah, 6 scores in the first half of Vanderbilt. Nothing took more than 50 yards.
Yeah. Yeah, so when you start in plus territory, easy to rack up the points.
5-yard penalty. That'll be first down and 15 coming up for the Terriers. Volleyball season just wrapped up the playoff season.
Yep.
So we've got a few local teams that punched their ticket to the Cajun Dome, one being Central Catholic, the other being Morgan City. So
yeah.
Both those schools will head to the Cajun Dome next week.
Well, and one program note when you talk about local teams, our own Vanderbilt Terriers are actually playing at Assumption tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and that game will be for a trip to the tournament also.
Vanderbilt always a strong volleyball team.
Yeah, our number 10 right there, Robert Blanchard, who is actually a junior, actually our JV quarterback, running the helm for the Terrier offense.
Again, a hold on Vanderbilt. Back that play up. They'll spot it at the 34-yard line.
And Boo, you were talking about long time and old time, WKBJ, and I got a chance to go down there to talk to Aaron Artigo, who I probably haven't seen since the last time we were roaming the sideline. So it was good to catch up with Aaron tonight also.
Yeah, Aaron started when they started.
Yeah,
that was a long time ago.
Yes.
You can't hardly tell. Looks the same.
No, he does. He looks the same as he looked 30 plus years ago.
So they call me to yell, tell them what down and distance, but man, this is a long way. I can't even add that high.
I would say, do they have Uber in Morgan City? I'd probably say first down and about a $16 Uber drive?
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Maybe this will give opportunity for the Terriers to throw the ball a little bit with a couple of younger players in there.
Blanchard has it. Just straight handoff. And I think right now it's just a matter of how do we get 9 minutes off the clock.
No doubt. And then, of course, that was a handoff to Landon Ross, sophomore for the Terriers, and getting some good experience in a varsity game.
Second and 22, I think we'll call it. Kevin, our color analyst in the booth, Lane Lurie, former McNeese, 5 years at McNeese. He had one season that resembled a season like the Tigers have this year.
Yeah, I did. I mean, it's tough going, but I tell you what, like I was saying earlier, it only takes one good win to change the mindset of the team and turn things around for you. And that's what Morgan City's been looking for and everything. And so they need something positive to happen to them and keep working. Get some good workouts and everything over the summer and give themselves a fresh start in the fall.
Pass almost complete. Looked like the ground couldn't complete it.
Yeah, that was almost a circus catch by Andrew Bachman, who's a 5'10", 145-pound junior. Almost brought that thing down.
One thing you can always see in a Coach Minton ball club is the aggressiveness on both sides of the ball, and and Vanderbilt's very aggressive tonight.
Yep. One thing that makes that aggressiveness work, you got to have the athletes. Simple handoff. And the speed of Landon Ross. We'll get all those penalty yards back.
And just, I've probably seen, obviously, a few more games than you guys have with the Terriers this year, but Terriers have done a really good job running that RPO. And early in the season, they did a lot of the RPO, didn't throw the ball quite as much. But as the district season has come along, have done a good job throwing some of those screens and some of the deep balls. So a good mixture from Coach Minton and his offensive coordinator to mix things up, and if they're stopping the run, can throw the ball and vice versa.
4th down and 7. Still got the offense out there, but I believe they're just waiting for the play clock to run down, and they'll probably punt it away. 7 minutes on the clock here in the 4th quarter. It's been all Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt will call a timeout. In control of this one from Tiger Stadium. We'll take a timeout, folks. You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, the A.J. Doman Automotive Family High School Game of the Week.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Doman Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, A.J. Doman Chevrolet, Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, Taco Bell, Guaranteed Title, Shaw Bills, Sheriff Blaze Smith, GJCurbside.com, Coastline Wealth Group, Conrad Shipyard, McDonald's, Stansberry and Associates, Pelican Companies of America, Allen's Communications.
And welcome back to Tiger Stadium. Vanderbilt has it 4th down and 6. They'll punt it away. Tell you one weapon that Vanderbilt has, Kevin, and that's Purvis. Kicking the ball, punting.
Yeah, Dakota Purvis, junior, 6'1", 160, handles the punting and the field goals. Got some pretty good range. He's made a couple field goals this year, and as you get into playoff ball, sometimes field goals become just as important. But he's a really good guy who's very versatile.
Not a pretty punt, but the results are good. They'll have it down to the 17. Kevin, it's always good to have you back. You've been going for 30 years. Come back in another 30, and we'll give you a little time on the mic.
Will do. Great to see you, Boo. Great to see everybody. Great to be back in Morgan City. Continued success to, of course, our Morgan City area teams, Morgan City Central in the Tri-City area, Berwick and Patterson, and of course, good luck to the Terriers next week in Game 1 of the playoffs.
There you go. Tell your daddy happy birthday. I've seen it on Facebook.
I will do. Thank you much.
All right. Tigers have it. 6:52 on the clock. 1st down and 10. And it's to Gray. Gray gets 3. Aaron's down on the sideline lane, and one question I got for Aaron is, now it's time to start thinking about, on this Morgan City club, the player of the game. We're trying to figure out who's going to be privy of the best T-shirt in town.
Let's see what Aaron's got on his mind.
Y'all usually pick them before, so why not continue that tonight?
Swing pass to the outside, looking for Campbell, incomplete. I believe if he would have caught it, there wasn't much there for him anyway. Campbell slow to get up.
Man down for Morgan City. That's Campbell. Looks like just maybe just got a cramp in his leg. That's good news for the Tigers.
Looks like definitely a cramp. You know, I hadn't seen a receiver with blazing speed on this Tiger program since Ronnie Grzaffi ran out wearing number 8. Never forget, he used to wear the towel like a quarterback right in the front, and I never could figure that out. And I started figuring out later he was so short, if he put it on the side, he'd trip over it. So he wore it on the front. But, them cornerbacks had trouble keeping up with him. Third down for the Tigers.
He's got a spot.
Oh, Tigers got it right here. Down the sideline he goes. That's Wells. Inside the 30, 20-foot race.
Oh,
Cuts
nice
it back
move.
inside. He'll see the end zone. Tigers score.
Eighty-one
yards. Unbelievable. Charlie Wells.
Wells gets the ball, and the pursuit by Vanderbilt is up the field, so it leaves a little alleyway to make the left side, and he gets to the outside up the field, and he makes, watch this cut right here. Great cut right here between the two defenders to spring himself to the end zone for the score.
Daylight for these running backs have been far and few between, but they've shown the ability. Give me some green grass, and I'll show you what I can do. And Wells has done that. 81 yards, one of the bigger runs of the year for the Tigers. They'll go for 2, and Mancuso just took the snap and took a knee, so I'm not sure if there was a flag called or if they just decided, hey, we'll just give up this 2-point conversion. Not sure what that was all about. 5:36 to go here in the fourth. Tigers score again. It's 38-12. It's been a good year. 10 weeks of KWBJ, AJ Dolman Game of the Week. Great sponsors throughout. Looking at player of the game, Charlie Wells.
All of a sudden,
He became a contender.
It didn't take long for him to continue on a run like that. So.
Having a tough time trying to figure out who's going to be player of the game. There just wasn't a lot happening offensively and defensively for the Tigers. But Wells said, hey, man, my wardrobe's a little thin. I need me another shirt. and he just took it 81 yards.
And may have earned that privilege to have that T-shirt.
Little squib kick to the sideline, goes out of bounds. 5:32 on the clock. Here comes the Vanderbilt offense once again, and they're sitting pretty, heading to the playoffs. Going to have a high seed. They got a good team, you know, offensively, defensively, special teams. They're a complete unit. But you know, when you get in the playoffs, anything could happen. You got to play your A game. And I'm not sure how much work they got tonight, that's not going to be anywhere near their opponent in the playoffs. But one thing you got to say about the Tigers of Morgan City, regardless of their circumstances, they played hard the entire game.
A lot of times when you play, it gives a chance to maybe keep a kid out that has been injured for you lately, and gives them some healing time, but it also, kind of slows you down offensively and defensively. And then when you go into the playoffs and you play somebody who's at the top of their game, and it's often a tough time.
Ross takes the handoff, runs into Mancuso, and he delicately slams him to the ground. Stay tuned to KWBJ to find out next week our location, our game of the week. So playoffs will be set. I know in the select division, I think they don't play the first week of the playoffs, so everybody starts that playoff a week later. In the non-select, they'll start right away. So we'll see who gets the home game. Central Catholic was sitting pretty for a home game. They lose the Vermilion Catholic, so it's kind of up in the air. So we'll see the night's results, see where they stand. Still has an opportunity to be in the at home for the first round. Blanchard keeps it himself to the near side, gets out of bounds. I know Coach Mint would have liked him to stay in bounds right there. Keep the clock rolling. 4:19 here in the fourth quarter. Like to wish Chris Hunter a get well soon. I know he had to babysit this weekend, so he'll be on injured reserve after that. Chasing that little one around all week. Third down, good hard count. We had movement from the offense, but we also had a jailbreak from the defense. So. Yep, they'll call against the right side of the Vanderbilt offensive line. That'll back them up 5 yards. Got the Old Faithful still here watching this one. Chilly night from Tiger Stadium. Lane, we talk about it this week. The cheerleaders get to break out their winter gear. Normally you get it out in week 6, week 7. This year had to go all the way to week 10 to break out that winter cheerleader gear.
I was talking about that with my wife just today. We were saying, man, we used to have several games played that it got dark real early for the games, and it was real cold for the games. Some of the coldest football games I ever played in was some of the high school games, and it just doesn't seem like things are the same.
Blanchard looking for Botman on the outside, and this is the second time they connect out of bounds. Fourth down for Vanderbilt. They'll punt it away. Daylight savings time coming up. It's going to start affecting my fishing in the afternoons.
Said that clock back, fall back. And so it's going to get dark a lot earlier.
Yeah, 30 seconds on the play clock, so they'll let that completely drain off the clock. Offense is on the field. I would expect them to rotate out for the kicking team. And I would expect Vanderbilt to call a timeout as that play clock dribbles down to 0. Well, we got a moment. Aaron Orta goes down on the sideline. Aaron, you got to give it to the Tigers of Morgan City. They didn't quit. You know, Vanderbilt put their second team in, but it doesn't matter. Morgan City played hard all the way to the end.
That's exactly right, Boo. I mean, these guys have played hard all year. They might not walk off the field with the best record in the world, but they did work hard all year long. Every game that we were fortunate enough to watch them, they played hard from the opening whistle to the final gun. And the same thing tonight, even though they were totally outmatched by a much stronger, much bigger football team, they still played hard from the beginning all the way to the end. Backups came in the second half. They continued to play hard, put a few points up on the board. They can feel good about themselves going in tonight.
I've always been proud of Coach Stroud. He's always been outnumbered, but he's always had his team lining up looking like a football team. And he's also got them playing hard for him, and that's hard to do when you just don't have the wins. Hard to get them pumped up, but he manages to get them out here playing hard each and every week.
Tough for some of these seniors or the Tigers on senior night, knowing that's going to be the last time they put on a football jersey. You know, it's not like you're going to football's not like another sport. You're not going to have a pickup game on a weekend with your friends in full football gear. You know, a lot of time when it's over, it's over.
Bourgeois on the return. A flag flies on the near side. The football, I tell you what Morgan City can look forward to, and that's basketball season. They'll get their revenge on more people than not. Again, returning a quality ball club, and they've always had a good team. Coach Herman Hartman Jr. got a nice program there at the Tigers. And Morgan City Volleyball punching their ticket to the Cajun Dome. As a volleyball team, I think that's the first time in a few years, so good to see them on the winning ways. Penalty will go against the Tigers. 2:19 on the clock. They'll have it at the 25-yard line. Got word Sonny has selected the player of the game, so we'll be announcing that shortly. Ball on the ground again. Another handoff problem between the quarterback and the running back, and an easy recovery for the Terriers. And now you look at the core physical therapy and sports performance player of the game coming from the Morgan City side, and that's Charlie Wells.
Charlie Wells had a great night. He had 5 carries for 79 yards and 2 touchdowns. Did a great job for the Tigers tonight, especially late in the game here. Made that great run right here in the fourth quarter and really got him that T-shirt.
I think when Aaron whispered to him, hey, they're struggling trying to find a player of the game, 2 plays later, he breaks one for 81. He said, I'll take it. That'll be a 2X, he said. I'm a big guy. I want a 2X. First down and 10, Terriers after the recovery. Blanchard is going the second half at quarterback, sits in the shotgun. And they wrote in Cole St. Pierre as your running back. That right there looked like homecoming dance as they go round and round. Second down, we're near a minute. First half started off with 6 scoring drives from Vanderbilt, all inside the Tiger territory. Never had one touchdown outside the 50. Couple off of turnovers, one on a field goal. Jumped out to a big lead, played it kind of even in the second half. Vanderbilt emptied the bench, playing some second-line players. Tigers able to fight to the end, get 12 points. And now Vanderbilt just trying to run out the final 36 seconds left. Blanchard keeps it himself. Really needed to stay in bounds right there. Takes an unnecessary hit, gets out of bounds. The clock will continue to run. think both teams are satisfied. They'll line up at midfield, shake hands. Tigers will move on to basketball season. Vanderbilt will prepare themselves for the first round of the playoffs. The ATVCI.net postgame show coming up after a word from our sponsors.
You're watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Doman, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Cardiovascular Institute of the South, 1231 David Drive in Morgan City. Commitment to quality cardiovascular care through unparalleled expertise. Taco Bell. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants, and delivery now available with DoorDash. Taco Bell invites you to live Moss. Guaranteed Title. Tell your home lender you want guaranteed title for your closing. When making the biggest purchase of your life, experience matters. Shawbills, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary and surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Sheriff Blaze Smith, committed to maintaining excellence in law enforcement through courtesy, professionalism, honor, and respect. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry since 1948. Conrad wishes all our area teams good luck this season. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Visit one of our locations in Bayou Vista, Morgan City, and Amelia today. Stansbury and Associates, marine surveyors and consultants, offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing vessels. Pelican Companies of America, your one-stop spot for all your rental needs. 985-312-5509. Vita Paint and Supply, specializing in interior and exterior house paint with great customer service. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.
And welcome back to the ATVCI.net postgame show. Boogers there alongside Lane LaRive. And Lane coming in, we knew Vanderbilt had a ball club, had a high seed. And they showed it tonight, going against the Tiger team. Outmanned, played hard throughout the game. We end up 38-12.
Hey, that's what you asked for. You want your team to take the field and play to the very end, and I feel like Morgan City did that, and that's something. If they're going to build on something, that's something that you need to have going into the next season.
Aaron Auto goes down on the sideline. Aaron, one thing you could look at the Tigers, I was looking at some big offensive linemen, a lot of sophomores, juniors on the field.
Absolutely, a lot of young guys that got a lot of experience. They played all year long with a very young team. And like I said, low on numbers, but playing in 4A ball, it was a tough road to hoe. So hopefully this will set a nice foundation for next year. They'll come out, have some experience, and their size will be even bigger and better, and hopefully a much more competitive football team. And it'll end up yielding a lot more wins for the Tigers next season.
We look at the final game stats, that pretty much tells the story.
Oh, yeah. If you look at Vanderbilt, 9 first downs. Morgan City, 8, though. You know, they played a good second half. 88 rushing yards for Vanderbilt, 94 passing yards for a total of 182. 10 points off turnovers. Vanderbilt had 6 penalties of 45 yards. Morgan City on the rushing yards, they had 127, 22 passing, total 149. 3 big turnovers early in the game that really hurt Morgan City. They had 3 penalties for 18 yards.
Our core physical therapy and sports performance player of the game, Charlie Wells, at a point where we were saying, who can we make the player of the game? He breaks off an 81-yarder.
Hey, look, that's what every second on the clock counts. He was able to pull it off right at the end. Good job by that young man and everything. So that's the way to finish strong and not quit when the chips are down. Well deserving of his T-shirt.
Appreciate everyone watching us on our live channel on YouTube. Also replayed on Saturday at noon and again Wednesday night at 9:30. We'll have playoff action next week. Not sure which direction we go. The playoffs will get set this week, and KWBJ will send out a report on where we'll go. One of our local teams will have a home team, a home game, and we'll be there. So for Lane LaRive, Aaron Artigo, Bill McCarty, Sonny and Jason in the truck, all our camera guys. We'll see you next week. Good night.
Thanks for the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you for watching Friday Night Under the Lights, sponsored by A.J. Doman, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Discover the difference at the foot of the Morgan City Bridge in Berwick. A.J. Doman Chevrolet, the dealership that works for you. Stop by for a test drive. Highway 182 in Berwick. Core Physical Therapy and Sports Performance, here to restore the quality of life you deserve. Brashear Avenue in Morgan City. Cardiovascular Institute of the South, 1231 David Drive in Morgan City. Commitment to quality cardiovascular care through unparalleled expertise. Taco Bell. Visit your local Morgan City or Bayou Vista restaurants, and delivery now available with DoorDash. Taco Bell invites you to live Moss. Guaranteed Title. Tell your home lender you want guaranteed title for your closing. When making the biggest purchase of your life, experience matters. Shawbills, proud supporter of local high schools in St. Mary and surrounding areas. We keep you rolling. Sheriff Blaze Smith, committed to maintaining excellence in law enforcement through courtesy, professionalism, honor, and respect. GJCurbside.com, your complete online grocery store, including local and regional products. From our curb to yours, GJ Curbside. Coastline Wealth Group, more than financial planning, a partner who takes pride in helping you succeed. Coastline Wealth Group, life well planned. Conrad Shipyard, serving St. Mary Parish and the marine industry since 1948. Conrad wishes all our area teams good luck this season. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Visit one of our locations in Bayou Vista, Morgan City, and Amelia today. Stansbury and Associates, marine surveyors and consultants, offering a full range of services for recreational, commercial, and fishing vessels. Pelican Companies of America, your one-stop spot for all your rental needs. 985-312-5509. Vita Paint and Supply, specializing in interior and exterior house paint with great customer service. Allen's Communications, locally owned TV, cable, internet, and telephone service. Call 384-8335.